game at Tynecastle. Early season pace setters Hearts up against the Rangers side aiming to go top of the table. We get a match packed full of incident. Watching for us was Paul Mitchell.
Well, there's mixed news for Hearts without Jimmy Dunn, who may miss up to 6 weeks, but they do have the return of Christophe Berra after 3 months out. Bozanic, Mitchell, Cochrane and Coutinho all return. Rangers with a cracking result against Villarreal in midweek. Rejig side, Ejaria, Halliday, Gresden, Macaulay come in. Worrell, Jack, Middleton and Flanagan all on the bench. Well, applause round Tynecastle. It's the first home game since the passing of Pilmer Smith, former vice chairman at Harrow Midlothian. Popular figure. Player stands over the ball, Bennett trots up late. Player works the 1-2, it's a decent ball in. Goldson alerts to head behind for Hearts corner. Berra's late run into the box designed to catch Rangers off guard. Bozanic gets it across, it's bouncing around. Ejaria gets it away. Michael Smith sends it back into real. That's Jim with a header. It's a cracking save from Alan McGregor. Well, he made his manager go wow on Thursday night, and the fine form of the Rangers #1 continues. Fingertip stuff. Hearts thought they'd done it, but denied again. Adding a target. Bozanic gets it in. Getting Rangers clear. Hearts actually making too much of an effort. Mitchell up against Candeas. Candeas has picked his pocket and Morelos is available inside. Morelos for Rangers. Didn't strike it cleanly. Scored in his last 6 Scottish Premiership games. It's poor defending here by Mitchell, but credit to Candeas. It's a brilliant ball across as well. Smith with a block. Mitchell. Candeas. Haring almost on top of him there. Berra inside. June fell. Play on, says the referee. Sean Clare. Back onto June. Clare once more. Rangers repel. Mitchell. Haring. Halliday with a header away. It's frantic at Tynecastle. Bozanic tries to work the little 1-2. That's Coutinho. Across it goes and it's in. And it looks like an own goal. It's Macaulay who's turned it past McGregor. Hearts celebrate. Steve McLean tried to claim it, but that's an own goal. And finally Hearts find the back of the net after such a long spell. It was clever play. It was a difficult one for the defender. McLean was right on his shoulder and he just caught enough of it wrongly to take it past Alan McGregor. So Rangers behind. Lost the opening goal in 3 previous Scottish Premiership matches this season. Lost 2, drawn 1. That's launched long. The shot will come in, the goalkeeper just beats it away. It's well played. Gresda loves to get forward, and Gresda did well. Brought it under control, the Albanian. Good acceleration. It's a decent stop. Tavernier will play it short. Hearts are cut out here. Halliday into the middle. That's not a good punch. And that's a brilliant clearing header. 110 denied by the other. Ejaria denied by June. Goalkeeper didn't get enough on it. And that's great defending. Tavernier with a corner. Then it comes the header across. It breaks off Goldson and in. He got the first touch off his knee and the second past the goalkeeper. It's the first goal since August. He got the initial touch off his knee and did enough to bundle it past the outstretched arm of Slamal. Rangers level at Tynecastle. It wasn't pretty, but they all count. Got the word from Gary McAllister for the boss. As Tavernier lines up the free kick. Scored in 8 games this season, James Tavernier. Just tickling the side net as the man looked beaten. Rangers continue to press. Tavernier sends it in. Kubai Good chance for Hearts to try and clear through Godinho, and he did really well. Was presented to him, but Rangers again getting the players forward. Conley is making a nuisance of himself as well. Koulibaly initially. That's a good block from the goalkeeper. So Tavernier with a free kick. That's met by Morelos! Guided past the goalkeeper, and Rangers have come from behind to lead. Well, he'd scored in 6 straight Premiership matches. It's 7 in a row for Morelos. It's his second goal against Hearts in his career. And when you see it from that angle, it's offside. Not 1, not 2, but 3 players were off. A little touch of Bozanic, and into the net it went. Well, since being Rangers by 4-1, Hearts have only scored 4 single goals in 6 games against Rangers. Trailing here, Candeias gets it across. Gresta waits, blocked by Godinho. Well, Godinho's playing well. Just a second start of the season. He has been out injured, but he's played well at right back. Clare, that's poor, and that could put Hearts into trouble. Candeias gets the ball away. 2 Hearts players collide, and Rangers get it away. Morelos screaming for it. Ajaria gets it across. Well, the poor free kick, it was so short by Sean Clare, that allowed Rangers to break, and Morelos nearly got a second here. It's a great ball across, stretched but couldn't get the angle. Rangers unbeaten the last 6 against Hearts. Come from behind to lead. It's a good intercept by Connor Goldson. Sends it forward. Candeias. It's a great save. Morelos to knock it home. The goalkeeper has made the stop, and Arfield has gone right through. He'll go for that. That's a straight red card. The Hearts players bundle Arfield into the back of the net. What was he thinking, Scott Arfield? The red card's already been shown. Christophe Berra trying to get his players away from Scott Arfield. Zlamal very unhappy. Well, Candeias got the first shot. It was a good save. Morelos thought he was going to knock it home. Credit to the goalkeeper. And he didn't expect that challenge from Scott Arfield. Comes racing in. Knee in the face of the goalkeeper. Straight red. And Rangers now have more players sent off than any other Scottish club so far this season. Rangers, number 10, playing well with just 10. Tavernier strikes off Mitchell. Ajaria, it's another good save. Morelos is offside. It won't count. Rangers haven't been bothered by going down to 10 men. They've continued to press and look the likelier, but Morelos definitely offside as he popped that one home.
We could see your anger, I think it was, coming from the side of the pitch onto the field.
Yeah, well, I've lost my voice for shouting at the referee. I thought it was a terrible performance. It really was. How Morelos gets away with what he gets away with, I just don't understand. And it was like, as Neil Lennon said after Hibs played Celtic at Celtic Park, it was like playing against 12 men. And I felt that today. I thought that he was terrible.
Would you also look at the assistants as well, particularly the second goal for Rangers, which certainly looked offside?
Well, they're playing against 13 men then.
And for the first time under Steven Gerrard, Rangers are top of the table. And Stephen Thompson, not for the first time, Alfredo Morelos right at the centre of things.
Heavily involved again today. He gave the centre halves of Hearts a tough time. Had a number of opportunities in the game. Probably should have scored more than 1 goal. And scoring 7 consecutive times for Rangers in 7 games is quite a feat. This is the one. What a ball it is from Candeias. You felt as though he could have cushioned it into the path of Arfield, but it's a big miss. This one's the goal, which is offside. Dimitri Mitchell's doing nothing. She should be tighter in. It's clearly offside. Morelos goes early. It's a decent connection from him, but it does take a deflection. You can see it there. Whether it would have gone in without that deflection, we don't know. This is obviously later in the match. Another fantastic ball, and he just can't quite reach it. He's all action, and you heard Craig Levine there. I think he was kind of insinuating that, you know, he gets away with murder at times, how physical he is with the centre halves. But that's part of his play, and part of what makes him such a good striker.
Yeah, we'll get more to Craig Levine's comments about the referee shortly, James, but in terms of Alfredo Morelos, 17 goals this season. Is he, at this moment in time, the best striker in the top flight?
I think on form you would have to say yes. I think he is a goal scorer. He misses a lot of chances, but he's always there to take them. And when he misses them, his head doesn't go down. He continues to get in the areas. I mean, you see the ones he's offside. Fine, he's offside. His position could be a bit better, but the ball always seems to fault him. And it's a good thing as a striker to be. You know, he's on the edge, and we know he's got his disciplinary problems, but you've got to be on the edge. And I think at times, Tom will tell you as well, as a striker, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because he seems to find himself in those areas and he continues to keep going there, and he'll get many more goals, I'm sure. We'd hoped for a meaty encounter at Tynecastle. It turned out that way, and to begin with, it went Hearts' way. It did. You know, Al McGregor, another brilliant save. He's in the form of his life at the minute, and so many times he keeps Rangers in the game. But Hearts, Craig Levine's been bemoaning the fact they don't create enough chances. I think here, Connor Goldson, they're in a good shape, tight back four. Koulibaly puts pressure on the ball. Goldson just takes a step to his right and goes off Stephen McLean. He should stick close to him and maybe be able to put a bit of pressure on him. Grezda switches off, and Godinho puts in the kind of balls that they've missed. You know, he doesn't try and pick anybody out. He puts it in an area so that the defender has to deal with it. McCauley should go with it for it with his left foot. But Craig Levine's been complaining about the lack of quality coming into the box. Yeah. That was not, we'll try and pick somebody out. It was just fire a ball across into a good area and make them defend it. They didn't defend it, and it's what got them in front. Let's get to Craig Levine's comments. Stephen, he said at times it felt like playing against 12 men. What did you make of the referee's performance?
Well, obviously the offside goal is the referee and the linesman, but this is a red card. Look how high he catches Koulibaly there on his knee, then rakes his studs down. That is reckless, it's out of control, it's endangering your opponent. So, if he's wanting to talk about the referee, I think that should have been a red card for Hearts. This one is just a moment of absolute madness from Arfield. Only he will know what he's doing there, because it's a ridiculous challenge. And, you know, the referee's left with absolutely no option other than to send him off. He goes in with both feet towards the head of the goalkeeper, James. Listen, we know he's trying to score the goal, but it's a terrible challenge. There's so much time between Zlamal getting his hands on the ball and Arfield sliding in. I have no idea what he's thinking about getting in. It's reckless, and he really could have hurt Zlamal, and thankfully he didn't get injured. Yeah, I mean, what did you make of Craig Levine's comments in terms of the offside decision, remember, in terms of the key goal in this match as well? It's the linesman's responsibility at the end. Yeah, between the linesman and the referee, all of the officials endeavour to get the right decision. It's the wrong decision, and it wasn't even that tight a decision for me. It was fairly blatantly obvious, and the linesman was looking right along the line. So it's been a poor decision, and you can understand the frustration of Craig Levine. That's another game where they haven't won a match, especially at home. The form they've been in has been really poor. I didn't think they were that poor today, but I think Rangers showed an awful lot of character in the match, especially when they went down to 10 men. They're getting good at going down to 10 men and seeing out the game. But I thought Rangers showed character in abundance, and that's the reason they're at the top of the league as well, not just their quality. Well, we saw the jubilation at the final whistle, James. Rangers top of the table. You could see what it meant to Steven Gerrard and co. I mean, you know, what have you made of it so far in this form that Rangers are going into now? Well, they're going into games with a real belief. You know, this was a huge game for them today, high pressure, and they passed it. They can only beat who's in front of them. They didn't have a great start to the season. There was a time at the start of the season where there was questions being asked. They've answered those questions so far, and fair play to them. He's a young manager, I keep saying it, and he will make mistakes, but for me, the best thing about him is he seems to be learning from them, and his team are going from strength to strength. As Tomo says, potentially the red cards, they need to try and sort out the discipline a little bit, but I think the bigger picture here is he's done a fantastic job so far, and the scenes at the end, quite right, you know, they're top of the league, they've been written off a lot this season, and they've come through it, and they're putting pressure on Celtic up there as well. Big win for Rangers now. Floodlights are a much underrated commodity in